The Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association is fortunate to have an incredible partner in the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. Our partnership dates back decades upon decades. We are really blessed to have an incredibly active group of members, but Deborah is really someone for whom involvement is an understatement.
Spending my first year summer at Atlanta Legal Aid introduced me to this world of legal services. And the firm that I joined had a strong tradition of public service and advocacy. Certainly one of the things I've learned from my experiences doing pro bono work is that poor people have the same problems as rich people.
What Deborah brings to her pro bono work is, a deep commitment that justice is not just for people who can afford it, but justice for all.
She also is a spokesperson to the rest of the bar because she's a bar leader. Everybody knows Deborah. Everybody respects Deborah. She's a great lawyer, and she has incredibly high standards for the legal community.
I said to the people at the Bar Association and the people at Legal Aid, why don't we put something together that takes advantage of all this talent, people who are leaving the law firms? And Act Two is the expression of that. Act Two is a program that recruits and supports lawyers who are very experienced and still want to help in some way in the community.
We started the Act Two program, which has gone over incredibly with the bar and with clients.
Mr. and Mrs. Snipes bought a house that had been taken in foreclosure during the recession.
We had it cleaned, we had it painted, and we thought this was a beginning where we could actually stay here. So we sort of camped in a couple areas of the house and began to put it together, not knowing that there was a great legal issue called point of sale that had not been addressed by the sellers.
For them, it was a step forward to be able to buy a property, but they bought it under a land contract. It's not a mortgage because the title in a land contract remains in the seller's hands. But the buyer, in this case, Mr. and Mrs. Snipes, have all of the obligations, including paying taxes.
I went to Neighborhood Housing Services, and the gentleman there who handles consumer, he actually looked at it very carefully and examined it very carefully and said, you need help. I think I can get you that help. He then contacted the Legal Aid Society and said, here's the problem. And out of that came Deborah.
Yay.
And not only was
Deborah has been a lifesaver, as you can tell, because we put up a lot of money, and every bit that we had went into this house. What I like about Deborah is the fact that we are not just people on paper. We're real folks.
Not only did Deborah clear up a number of other issues, she also got title to the property. And I think that is a great example of the holistic approach that Deborah takes to helping clients.
Deborah and volunteers like her, and there aren't many like her, she is so special, but they increase our capacity to serve clients. They increase our capacity to serve clients really well, and they make my lawyers who are on our staff even better. It's amazing, the leverage in a person like Deborah.
I think it's incumbent on lawyers as citizens to step forward to do pro bono, to help assure that we maintain civil society, that people see that lawyers can be helpful, law can be helpful, government can be helpful. What I do think is important is for every lawyer to understand that she or he can provide pro bono services and can do that no matter what background.
The Cleveland Metro Bar is so proud to call Deborah one of our own, and we are so thrilled that she is a recipient this year of this incredible honor from the ABA.